Alright, welcome back everyone for some more new Super Mario Bros. Wii. Last time we defeated Larry Cooper in World 1. Now we're going to begin World 2. And this is another Toad level, but we will not worry about rescuing Toad this time. I think this is actually a pretty cool level with these sand guys is popping up, and this is pretty much the main gimmick of this level. Of course, you have to time your jumps or your travels just so you don't accidentally fall in the pit instead of falling in the geyser. As you can see, the enemies can go on the geysers too, so you gotta watch out for that as well. Overall, this stage isn't too bad. Of course, watch out for the boomerang, brother. This is another one of those tracks in which I don't know if I like this one or the desert theme in New Super Mario Bros. For the DS more. I mean, they're both really good songs. Now the last star coin can be a bit tricky to get. You can get it with the fire flower, but I like to use the propeller mushroom, but unfortunately there is no propeller mushroom in this stage. I mean, I'll show it off, but I won't get it, but needless to say, it's much easier if you have a propeller mushroom. These piranha plants try to make this level a little bit more challenging, but they shouldn't be too bad. If you time it right, you can actually get a Koopa shell on one of the sand geysers, and you can actually throw it on at the star coin and collect it that way. That's about the only way you're able to collect it if you don't have a propeller mushroom, but there you go, that is the first stage of World 2.
Yeah. Let's go.
You probably noticed around this stage that there's barrels around where the dot is on the map. And you can see those barrels here, which you'll be needing later on. Actually, you'll be needing these throughout the stage. Anybody that's played Super Mario Bros. 3 should recognize these enemies as being the spikes. These were primarily found in World 3. As a matter of fact, there was a special stage. I can't think whether it was World 3.5 or 3.6 that had these things in it. And it had the special green platforms in it. Luckily, they're not too bad in this one. They're a bit more predictable than what they were in Super Mario Bros. 3. I probably could have kept the fire flower here, but if you do decide to get the ice flower, then it's no big deal. What I like to do here is set up barricades here on the left and right side by using frozen Koopas. That way I don't get ambushed by all these Koopas. Okay, there's an ice flower right there in case you need one. Or the power up in general. Make sure you get the checkpoint and then let yourself sink down to the quicksand and you'll actually get to a bonus area. Shades of World 8-2 on Super Mario Bros. 3. And this is definitely a secret that can be easily overlooked. Now the first part here isn't too bad. Just collect as many coins as you can. Okay, this is where things get tricky. Now, you have to hit this switch right here, and it forms platforms. And you have to dodge the spikes, which I didn't do a good job there. And then you have to get the star coin up above. Just make sure you don't get killed here, or else you're gonna have to do that over again. Yeah, unfortunately I didn't do that part of the stage as well as what I would have liked. Again, make sure you watch out for the spikes here, because they can be a bit of a headache if you don't watch out, especially for the spike balls. Okay, you enter this pipe here, and there's actually quite another interesting secret here. And this is your first look at the mini mushroom. For those of you that played New Super Mario Bros. For the DS should remember this little power-up. No pun intended there. You're actually gonna need this to get the last star coin. And this is where things get a little bit tricky, especially here. Just gotta go in here. Probably see the mini pipes right there. All you need to do is to get the barrels, clear the way. There's the third and final star coin. The great thing about the mini mushroom, like in the aforementioned game that I talked about earlier, is that you can actually walk on water because of how tiny he is. The penguin suit, which we'll see later on, also lets you slide across the water, but we won't get to see that until much later. I mean, this power-up can be neat, especially if it provides a challenge to get some of the star coins in this game, but overall, I wouldn't consider it one of my favorite power-ups at all. I mean, it's okay, but aside from being more challenging to get star coins, I don't really see much of a benefit. As you can see there, I just wanted to get back to being normal Mario again. Now here's a pretty cool stage. As you can see here, this is an underground level that's in complete darkness, but you can actually light your way by having a fire flower. Of course, the Venus fire traps here help you out too, because they shoot fireballs as well. My advice for this level is just to take things slow, because you never know what's gonna be ahead of you just because of the darkness. Now, I do have to say, I don't remember where all the star coins are at here, so I didn't get all of them, but like I said before, I'm just playing this casually, so I'm not really trying to 100% this game or anything. And as you can see at the upper left-hand corner, I already got all 3 star coins in this stage, so doesn't really matter much to me. And you get this little room here, which I don't think I've ever been here before, but it's just mainly a room filled with spike tops and that with a P-switch. Not really much going on there, so I just decided to skip it. And here are the fire snake enemies from Super Mario Bros. 3. For noticing, I've been talking about that game quite a bit in this video. But considering Super Mario Bros. 3 is one of my favorite Mario games of all time, I don't mind so much. As you can see, getting the Starman here allows you to illuminate the entire underground here. And there's at least one of the star coins. And this is one of these levels that has the continuous star trick, which, if you're quick enough, you can actually get from star to star to star. And I very nearly pulled that off if I wouldn't have missed that block right there. Because that block would have had an extra Starman, which would have continued the chain. And naturally, this Fire Brother would give me a hard time. Yeah, I don't know what it is about me trying to knock out Hammer Brothers from underneath, but it usually never turns out so well. This part can be a little bit dicey, but overall it shouldn't be too bad. Now, this one can be easy to overlook, but make sure you stick to the ceiling and you should be able to get at least this star coin. And I have no idea where the second one was, but oh well, like I said before, I wasn't really trying to find all of them. I'm just playing this game based on muscle memory, really. Here we go, we got the first 3 stages of World 2 done, and now we're gonna be off to World 2 Tower. Now, I have to admit, this tower is quite a bit harder than World 1 Tower. And you'll see here pretty soon, but as you can see here, we get this net gimmick, which, should I say, fence gimmick. Now, unlike the net gimmick that was in Super Mario World, so seeing this really brought a smile to my face. If I remember correctly, this was in New Super Mario Bros. DS, too. And here's the part that makes this level tricky, is that you can probably recognize the fireballs, and that's actually from a Magic Koopa. Which I should say we don't get to see. And come to think of it, I'm not even sure if it even comes from a Magic Koopa. It might actually come from something else. Because Magic Koopa Fire has, people say PlayStation button fire. Looks like the spell looks like PlayStation buttons. Though, to be honest with you, that one shape is clearly a rectangle in my opinion, so at least I think it's a clear rectangle. I know people think it's a square, but to me it looks like a rectangle. Oh yeah, that is Magic Koopa Fire, because I do see the PlayStation button coming out of the tail of the fireball, so to speak. Yeah, that's definitely from a Magic Koopa. You just have to be real careful here, because the fire just tend to be fire exactly where you need to go. You can get a star coin here. I really should have demonstrated the motion controls there, because you can actually tilt your Wii remote in order to do what direction you want to go to, but I didn't get to show that off. I should have though, but I didn't. So like I said before, I know a lot of people complain about the motion controls in this game, and I'm kind of scratching my head why, considering, I mean, surely a lot of people liked Wii Sports and that had motion controls, so I don't understand why that game gets a pass but this one doesn't. And it's not like this game is peppered with motion controls either. I mean, most of the time you're actually just holding the Wii remote like you would a normal NES controller. But here is Roy Koopa, and he is the boss of World 2. But like with Larry, you get to fight him in the tower first, and then you get to fight him in the castle. Now make sure you're off the ground whenever he stomps, because he will stun you. Much like he does in all the other games he's in. You know what? That might not be Magic Koopa Fire after all, because I noticed his fire had this spell coming off it too, so it might actually have been Roy that was shooting at you the whole time. Yeah, I stand corrected. That's That was Roy Koopa's fire right there, so thank you guys so much for watching this. I hope you guys are enjoying the series. I'll be seeing you guys again next time.